smoked chicken on the Traeger. We do chicken thighs. You can get the bone in with the skin on, but it's a little more work. I like to peel the skin off, or you just buy it when it's on special, boneless, skinless. They're a little different. They take less time to cook, not quite as good on flavor, but the ease wins out over the work most of the time. So we're going with boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I buy it by the giant packages, and I'll do 3 or 4 family packs at a time, because if you're gonna smoke on the Traeger, whether I'm smoking one chicken thigh or the whole thing full, it pretty much uses the same amount of pellets. Might as well cook a lot. Then we throw them in a bag and freeze them. And we're gonna do a few extra cool ones for y'all today. Salt and pepper, lemon pepper, which is kind of our number 2 standby, and then we're gonna do a tandoori and a Vietnamese curry. Salt and pepper. Basic kosher salt, fresh ground pepper, that's the one. But you want to mix it up and do a little different. Any kind of lemon pepper. Kinders is what they have at Costco. It is not my favorite, but it's what you can get your hands on in bigger supply. McCormick's lemon chicken, probably my favorite. You want to get more crazy, Indo-European tandoor seasoning. The difference with this one, doesn't have any salt. It's just like a rub with no salt. So you have to remember, salt it. And same with, we're gonna try this. This is new. This has got some giddy up to it. If you haven't been to Gather, they have some of the best spice mixes in town. Everything is quite reasonable, good quality stuff. And again, no salt in that one. You gotta generously salt it. Just throw them on the smoker. I like to keep them a little bit balled up, and we just line them up on there. Nice and easy. They take a little longer to cook like this, but you can fit a lot more on. Just give them a little bit of a smush. And when you're doing a whole ton of them, I feel like the extra 15 minutes of cook time or so doesn't really matter. Get some more. Obviously these ones are different. So we got the tandoori. We're gonna put them on all in a row so we can keep them separate. We got the lemon pepper, the Vietnamese curry, putting them on last. So chicken's on the smoker. Leave it out there for approximately 1 hour. Depending on the temperature outside and climate, it might be as little as 45 minutes. It might go as long as an hour and 15 minutes. It really just depends. Right now it's rather cool and cold out, so it'll probably take every bit of 1 hour. Once it's an hour, we'll pull it off and we'll taste it and tell you how awesome it is, because it is awesome. We eat it all the time. Random thing, if you're throwing a party, I highly recommend you make no more than 2 kinds of chicken. If you do like I did there and you make 4 kinds, everyone eats 4 pieces or 3 pieces, and then they're full and they throw the rest away, and you waste a ton of meat. And it's the only time I've ever run out of food at a party. It's when I had 4 kinds of smoked chicken, because everyone ate all 4 kinds. It was rough. So now I learned my lesson. I never make more than 2 kinds of chicken for a party, because then people will only eat 2 pieces and you don't have waste. Last thing, clean everything in a food safe manner, because chicken and raw chicken is yucky. We'll wash it up now. All right, moment of truth. It's been right at about an hour. Got a pretty good looking color, especially the bottoms. A little bit of stickage. Nice and colorful. We're gonna take them off the opposite way in which we put them on. Keep them all straight. Tasty. Tasty little morsel. So obviously they're all done. I'm gonna taste them all for you, but here's the deal. I go a little on the undercooked side if I'm gonna do anything, and the reason is all of these are gonna get rewarmed and cooked in something else probably, right? I'm not cooking these to eat for dinner today. I'm cooking these in the middle of the afternoon so that I can put them in the bag and put them in the freezer. So then if we wanna make soup, if they're great on salad, they're great in a casserole, like anywhere that you're gonna need chicken, I'm gonna use this stuff. Now, with the exception of these ones, which I made specifically to try on their own, but even then, the only ones that had a chance of being a little undercooked are the big ones. I don't worry about that a ton. I can kind of tell by pressure and texture that we've made it to where we need to. If you're worried about that, use your trusty thermometer. Make sure, don't get sick. Don't blame me if you got sick, because I'm telling you, use your thermometer. But I've been cooking these a long, long time. And maybe I'm braver or stupider than the rest of you out there in YouTube land, TikTok land, choose the land. All right, so let's give these a try. Obviously, salt and pepper, I make that one all the time. I know what I'm signing on for here. So good. It's really hard to beat plain old salt and pepper seasoning. You can put it in anything. It's not gonna change the flavor of what you're putting in hardly at all. Utilitarian, that's the one to go with. Now, if you're going a little outside the standard utility, but still goes good in almost everything, we go with the lemon pepper. Now, the Kinder's lemon pepper is a little bit sweet, and you don't have to watch my channel very long to know that I don't like the sweet stuff as much as I like the savory. I like McCormick better. They just don't sell it as readily anymore. I should probably get on the internet and find it. It's good. Clean, nice flavor, not overpowering. You can put it in anything, it's gonna be good. Now, tandoori, on the other hand, by the way, when you cook it this way, the outside does get rather tough. It gets like almost like a skin on it. It's always the way. I've never found a way around it with the smoker, at least not enough to, I'm not gonna be brining chicken or something like that for my quick, easy lunches. That piece is good. Fairly light flavor, a little bit of spice, a little bit of goodness. It's not hot, just like herby goodness. Tiny bit of a barbecue-y, bacony richness to it. But if you've had tandoori chicken, this is the same. I just went with a lot less, because again, this is probably gonna go in some other dish. This is gonna mix in good with a salad. It's gonna mix in good with a rich brothy soup. Not something creamy probably, but it would be okay there. Let's try this one. This is my first time ever with Vietnamese curry. It's from Gather. It's one of their blends. Perfectly cooked inside, great color. Little tiny bit of smoke ring. Ton of flavor on that. Quite a bit of a black licorice anise kind of a thing, fennel, fenugreek going on there. Really good, really powerful. This has got 10 times the power of any of the rest of these. So this one would be one you used to eat on its own with something else. This would go really good with rice. This one, super good flavor for rice. It's kind of a no-brainer. Vietnamese curry with rice is probably gonna be pretty good. So why do we love this? Well, number one, it's super easy. I just cooked enough chicken to feed like 50 people, and it took an hour and 20 minutes, probably something like that. The Traeger, the smoker makes it so, so nice. Why else do I love this? Well, you can use it so many things. It is so versatile. Whether I'm making soup, whether I make a salad, or putting it in tacos, like I can just change the seasoning mix on the salt and pepper by adding something else when I reheat it, and use it again and again and again and again in a different dish. The world is my oyster kind of a thing. If you'd like to see, subscribe, hit that like, hit those notifications. We love putting out content, whether food or real estate. If you have real estate needs, call us. It's what we actually do, but we eat a lot and cook a lot too. So yeah, with that, we'll catch you on the next one.